What about you folks? CJ Otis, Otis in Northern Ireland. What about you folks? He's joined us here today outside Ballymena Court here. Good news for the channel, folks. Good news for the channel. After 3 years of the PSNI, 2.5 years of the PSNI trying to slap an antisocial behaviour order onto me, they failed. They failed, so folks, so they have. So yeah, 3 years here, they've been trying to restrict my movements here, trying to put sanctions on me about filming here in Northern Ireland. And the court today has actually withdrawn, the PPS have actually withdrawn the Asbo, which was signed by the Chief Constable, John Boucher, trying to get me to stop and filming in Northern Ireland here with conditions of that I wasn't allowed to fly a drone within 1 kilometre of any PSNI station, government building. I wasn't allowed to loiter within 50 metres of any PSNI station. The thing is, folks, as you know anyway, I'm not loitering. So I'm there by a purpose. I've got a reason to be at these stations, in a public place also. You just know the crack. And as I say, this was signed by the Chief Constable, John Boucher. This was actually signed by him. This was signed by John Boucher. So it was trying to step all over my human rights here in Northern Ireland, folks. So 2.5 long years of toing and throwing these courts for doing a lawful activity. As you know, folks, doing a lawful activity, trying to shut me down, trying to shut the channel down. So they are, folks, with that antisocial behaviour order, which was actually updated in May 2024. The PSNI and the public prosecution here would have had to bring 70 witnesses to court against me, trying to implement this here Asbo. 70 witnesses. Yeah, folks, I'll give you a couple of wee rundowns of what they were trying to get on me, what they were trying to stop me from doing. They were trying to stop me from wearing a face covering in public. Trying to get me to stop wearing a face covering in public unless directed to by my doctor, which is absolutely ludicrous. So it is, folks, ludicrous. They said I was being disorderly, and harassing the PSNI. I actually have letters from the PSNI saying that I could be on the verge of harassing the PSNI for filming in a public place. Now, folks, you have to remember, they approach me, they come to me, they abuse these so-called sections of law, which aren't even law, they're actually acts. So they are, they're trying to say that could be terrorist related. But here we go, folks, this is what they were trying to produce to a judge, a district judge. They're trying to say, if you can read that I dress like this. Now, this is actually a photograph of Republicans. Now, I have no affiliation to Republicans or loyalist terrorist organisation in this country, so I haven't, and I have it in black and white from the PSNI themselves, that I have no links to any terrorist organisation in Northern Ireland, and that is in black and white from the PSNI themselves. So I've researched this photograph, and it is of Republicans at a Republican movement rally, protest, demonstration. So yeah, so these were trying to present this to court to try and discredit me, saying I dressed like a Republican. Well, you know, it's absolutely ludicrous. And as I say again, the PSNI know I'm not a terrorist. They know I have no links to any terrorist organisation in Northern Ireland or terrorist group, and I have that in black and white from the PSNI themselves. So I have, folks. So this is a win-win today, folks. This is a win-win here for citizen journalists, for photographers, for content creators here. So it is, folks, that these trying to put all this anti-social behaviour order on me here. It's anti-social behaviour Northern Ireland Order 2004, which is actually by the district judge in here, Nigel Baldrick, withdrew it without prejudice. So he did against me today. Trying to think of another couple of wee things. This has been 2.5 years, so it has of me travelling to and from courts. I did, I'll be honest, I did take an undertaking, so it did, that I will not post online any PSNI's personal fakels. Now the thing is with that, if you approach me, I will be recording your fakels, but I will blank out your registrations. So I will do that. So that's an undertaking. As I say, like in the previous Asbo, before they updated this one, I wasn't allowed to loiter in or around any bus stations or train stations, which is silly, folks. It's actually ridiculous, like what they went to here for 2.5 years. As I say, they would have had to bring 70 witnesses to court. This was revised. We've all been down the line of seeking compensation in this here, folks, so we will be trying to seek compensation. As I say, folks, just pause that wee minute, lad. So they were trying to stop me from Philomene security, trying to stop me from uploading onto the internet. So they actually had me on a bail condition that I wasn't allowed a recordable device, or I would have been breaking bail conditions. So I had to travel to the south of Ireland to access my bank details, which is absolutely stupid, or I would have been breaking bail, folks. I wasn't allowed a recordable device, so I couldn't even take a picture of me or my family. But I'm glad that the courts have actually seen sense today and have actually caught themselves on. Catch yourselves on, as they say. Another thing, I haven't gone away, you know. Yeah, folks, so just an update to the channel, and to all the haters out there, to all the haters, guess who's back? Tell a friend. Nah. I know he's all hitting that. I know all the haters are subscribers anyway, so big up to yous all, big up to yous all. This has cost the public purse, folks, and bringing this here to the courts over 2.5 years. God knows what this has cost the public purse. I do not know, but at the end of the day, it was John Boucher's decision, John Boucher, Chief Constable, to bring this here against me. Photographer, YouTuber, content creator, citizen journalist, whatever you want to call me, folks. So yeah, so once again, to all the haters, guess who's back? Tell a friend. Nah. Yeah, so folks, we'll maybe read this up. Any comments out there, throw them in the chat there. I'll try and answer them as best I can about this here. Another one I want to throw in there, actually, another one was one of the conditions where I wasn't allowed to dangerous drive. Yeah, I can hear you laughing, folks. Dangerous driving. Nobody's allowed to dangerous drive. Nobody's allowed to dangerous drive, folks. I'm just going to flick in here because there is a couple of things I've actually missed. Recording video footage or taking photographs of private vehicles, prison officers or security personnel, whether inside or outside their places of work. Absolutely ridiculous. right? Failing to identify himself immediately to police, prison officers or security personnel when asked to do so. So if G4S come up and asked me who I was, I had to identify myself. Well, that wasn't going to happen. That was never going to happen, like. So anyway, folks, I'll leave that there. So I'll with yous. I'll thank yous all for subscribing and hitting that like button. And as always, folks, please stay safe out there. Haven't gone away again, and may the force be with yous.